Today we're going to be talking about over-intellectualizing and life as an over-intellectualizer, because I am one and I just found out about this. So it definitely clears a lot of things up. Over-intellectualizing is when you overly go into moments and experiences that you've had, and you're very aware and you know how A connects to B and C and D and why your childhood trauma led to this, but you don't feel it. You don't feel it. And I realized this yesterday, and I'm like, wow, this is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing for an over-intellectualizer. It's like, you got all the answers, but you didn't know that one, did you? Because you feel uncomfortable in that feeling, in the feeling of what you've experienced and the traumas. You just kind of put it to the side and avoided it as much as you can and thought that was going to fix everything. Okay, and I bring you to my favorite spot. This is like the little maze way or whatever. I'll look at my camera. There's also a natural pond, so it's pretty cool. I love it. I have learned that I struggle with being present. As much as it may seem like I am present, a lot of times I'm not really in the present moment because I'm in my head. Ooh, I'm gonna sit here. It's so pretty here. Hold on. It's this spot. Tree. The overconsumption or the over-intellectualizing thing. I saw a video yesterday on TikTok where it said, like, as over-intellectualizers, you need a different form of therapy from most people because you're very aware of the positions that you are in. And that's definitely the case for me. I want to do therapy. I know there's somatic therapy and EDM therapy, I think. I don't know if it's EDM. Wait, EDM? EDMR, somatic therapy, which is like bringing you into your body rather than you talking about it, because you already realize these things about yourself. It's the matter of, feeling the trauma and letting go of that trauma. Whoa. And that's something that I struggle with. I feel like I definitely am an over-intellectualizer, and I always intellectualize things, but sometimes I have a hard time really just feeling and just being in the moment. And I'm always chasing the moment. And then the moment just slips from my hands because all I am doing is thinking about it constantly. Like, I'm not really in the moment. I'm not in my body. I'm thinking about the moment. I'm thinking about why I'm not present in the moment. I'm thinking about this and that and so forth and whatnot. So that's really revealing. I definitely feel like I need some sort of therapy, or at least like the somatic therapy, to actually put this to practice. But today, as I was hiking, I was like, okay, I'm going to be present. I'm going to try to be present. I didn't have my earbuds either. Again, I just came here because I was like, I was doing Uber Eats actually. And I was like, oh, we're close, so it's my spot. And yeah, so, I didn't have my earbuds, and I'm like, okay, let's try not to over-intellectualize everything. And just be in the moment, don't think. Even when I was thinking, I'm just like, okay, it's fine. Just let the thoughts pass. And I take part in meditation, and lately my meditations have been I've been really distracted in meditation. I've had a lot of thoughts come through meditation, and those thoughts kind of like take over, because I choose to interact with them. So today when I was hiking, I was just trying to bring notice to my body and walking, the movement of me walking, how my feet feel in my shoes, how my legs are moving and the motion of my legs, and how my arms move when I walk. More of that internal state of like the body, I believe. That's what I was really trying to get in, like that, the body, stay in your body, get out of your mind and stay in your body. I'm scratching a lot because sometimes when I'm in nature, it bothers me. And I'm a face toucher. You see? Yeah. Look, yeah. I let's not even pay mind to that. But yeah. So definitely felt uncomfortable. And when I did it as I was walking, I'm like, okay. I'm like, let's just walk. No thoughts, because honestly my mind goes in circles 24/7, just like that video that I watched yesterday. I was like, whoa, really spoke to me. It really spoke to me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, she eating me up. She's just telling all my business. And I'm like, I do experience that. I do experience not being present because I'm so in my thoughts, and which just completely takes me away from the present moment. Let's let them pass. So I'm going to start trying this because it's like you can over-intellectualize a lot. You can just continuously be an over-intellectualizer, but at the end of the day, over-intellectualizing is not going to get you to a destination. And she also mentioned in the video, like, you guys always tend to feel stagnant, and that's literally how I feel. I feel like, okay, I know all of these things, I have the knowledge, I'm reading, I'm doing this, I'm trying to put practice to it, but something is not connecting. Something's not connecting here, and what's not connecting is I am not feeling. I am retelling constantly. And I think that's so real too, especially when it comes to like trauma that I've faced and that I've been through. I tend to like try to push it in the back of my mind so I don't have to think about it, so I don't have to feel it. And it's like I know what happened, but I'd rather disassociate than to like put all my thoughts to it, and emotions to it. It's like I might have thoughts about it, but I don't feel it at all. For example, like trauma that I faced maybe with like past relationships or past situations where like it just really triggered something or changed the whole trajectory of my life. I kind of was like feeling it in the moment, and then I kind of just pushed it to the back of my brain. And I'm like, I don't want to think about this no more. I don't want to be sad about this. So it's kind of like I bury those emotions so I don't have to experience them. I'm like, well, if I bury it, then I don't have to feel it. Like, I know what happened. I can say it 1,000 times, but I don't have an emotional attachment to it. And not that I don't have an emotional attachment to it. It's like I'm pushing my emotions to the back of the line. So it feels like detachment, and it might be unhealthy detachment, because I haven't really worked through it, and it manifests in different ways of me just retelling and constantly living in anxiety and constantly being in my head instead of just experiencing things in the moment, because I have not experienced that past trauma that I've held in my body. Instead, I just constantly may like bring up thoughts about it and just have no emotional association with it. So yeah, I found that especially interesting. I'm like, damn, that's real. Now I'm like, how do I seek out this therapy? I'm gonna try on my own and try to bring presence to certain circumstances or things that I've been through. Like, I haven't thought about it. I'm just gonna be like, okay, feel it. Just feel it right now. Stop thinking about it. Shut your brain off for 2 seconds and feel the emotion instead of retelling how you felt or retelling what happened. That's gonna be my challenge, because I definitely have felt so stagnant for so long, and knowing like my problems, knowing my issues, thinking that different circumstances were gonna make me feel better, traveling is gonna make me feel better, doing something that I've never done before is gonna make me feel better, but no, it doesn't. It just lingers because I haven't felt it. You can't process things and deal with things until you actually deal with it, until you actually sit in it, until you actually sit in that emotion. And I haven't done that, but I'm learning. I've thought about it, I intellectualized it overly, but I haven't really sunk into the present and felt the things that I needed to feel in order to let go of it and actually sit here and live in the present moment now. So yeah, I'm gonna start to live in the present moment, because I don't want to live out of the present moment. I don't want to live out of alignment. I want to be in alignment. I want to live in the present moment. I want to feel present. It's like you're always constantly chasing the present moment, because you've never really been in it, because you're always in your head, you're always in your thoughts, and you think, oh, because I'm over intellectualizing, or I'm like thinking emotionally and thinking like with an awareness, that means that I'm aware. And you are aware of what's going on, but you are not present. You're not grounding yourself in that moment, grounding yourself in those emotions. And I feel like because I haven't grounded myself in the past, I've always been in my head. This has been a constant thing where I have always been in my head, and I always question everything I do. I feel like it's also that people-pleasing tendency to always be in your head, be in your head, be in your head, instead of just being in the moment. And I feel like it builds fear of what's to come and what is happening and what is occurring in the moment, that you literally miss all of the present. You're not in the present at all. You're never in the present, actually. You're always in your head. So yeah, what are your goals for this week? If you are an over-intellectualizer, let me know, because I am, and I understand, and it's hard. It's you're always trying to figure out what's going on whole time. That's what's going on. You figuring out what's going on is what's going on. Like, you're always trying to think. Whole time, it's the thinking is what's going on. The thinking is avoiding. You're avoiding, and I definitely feel like I'm an avoidant. Certain feelings make me feel uncomfortable when I think about maybe potentially being in a relationship, for example, or being intimate with someone, or even with friendship, and getting so close to someone that they know so much about me. It scares me. That feeling scares me. And again, it just keeps taking me out of the present. It takes me out of the present because I'm in my head, and I will never be in the present. So I will never experience things in the present. Well, I will, but when you're in your head, you will never experience the present. You will never experience the present when you're constantly in your head and over-analyzing everything, over-analyzing what you've been through, over-intellectualizing what you've been through, over-intellectualizing, this and so forth, and why that is this and that. You know everything. You know why maybe your trauma from your childhood has led you to this moment right here. It's just a matter of feeling. And look, I know this now, but it's the matter of practicing too. It's like you have to feel, you have to practice. So it's like you can talk about it all you want. You brought an awareness to it. Now what are you going to do in your action? And I feel like my last episode was about this, but I never really talked about the over-intellectualizing part and how I relate to this on a deep level, because I do over-intellectualize things. I'm a talker. I like to talk. I like to examine why I've been through what I've been through and how it's made me the person I am today, which I feel like I've grown a lot, yes, but it's to a point where I'm like, okay, I know everything at this point. I know why this and this and that and that and A, B, and C and D and why they connect. Now I want to actually feel it, and I want to release it. I need to release it, because I'm going to continuously feel stagnant if I don't release this. So yeah, if you're an over-intellectualizer, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And I feel like something that helps me is when I may be thinking, and I take a moment to be like, okay, let's feel in your body. I've done this sometimes. I don't do it as often, but I will start doing it more often. When I start thinking, I notice that my body tenses. Like, my body is like literally like tense. And then I'm like, relax. release, and everything releases. Also, I've taken part in the roomies. I've been on a trip, multiple trips before, and what I've noticed, actually I don't think it was my last trip, but the last trip that I had that I just really like loved, it was a really good trip, and it was a shared trip with someone else, which was the first time it wasn't the first time I did it, but at that dosage, it was like we were experiencing it together. But anyways, for a moment, I could feel all the tensity in my body, and I'm just like, release. And that's the thing about that. When you're on a trip and you start to feel so much happening at once, so much awareness in your body happening at once, you tend to freak out. You tend to get in your head. You tend to freeze, clench, resist. And when I was starting to get nauseous, I was getting a little nervous because I was like, okay, my body, like, I feel so much right now. It's starting to scare me. So I tensed. And I'm like, wait, calm down. Release. Be. And when you let go into the moment, of the trip, you just have an amazing realization that everything, it's presence. Presence is what brings you into pure happiness, pure awareness, pure love. And everything is beautiful just the way it is. So I think what I'm going to do to help me is think about trips that I've had where I'm like, okay, just calm your body, be in your body, be in this moment. Just release all thoughts, everything. And when I've had a trip, like, I don't think, I have no thoughts. My thoughts are gone. Thoughts are all gone. And I'm just in the moment. And I feel like sometimes we can be like, well, you always need the assistance of this and that to actually be in the present. No, you don't. It's really the matter of battling yourself and battling what you've been through. Not even battling, just letting go and unclenching, and stop resisting what you've been through. Stop resisting those uncomfortable feelings, because the more you resist, the more you run away from it, the more work you have to do to just be present, the more trauma you build. So yeah, I think what I'm learning and what I'm going to practice is unclenching. I think that's a good way to put it. Just feel in my body, check in my body, and be like, are you clenching? You're clenching. Stop resisting, or you're unresisting, is that a word? Or letting go of resisting, unclenching, relaxing, and feeling safe in the moment. And feeling, even if I don't feel safe, even if it feels uncomfortable, to unclench, release, and feel it. Because you're not going to get through it if you don't at least feel it. You won't. So, yeah, this is for my over-intellectualizers. Yeah. Stop over-intellectualizing. Well, don't stop. I think it's a good trait to know, but slow down and be in the moment, and release in your body, and get out of your head sometimes. When you feel yourself going like, okay, well, this and that, just be like, okay, how do you feel? Release, feel it, unresist, or stop resisting, stop clenching, just release. So yeah, this is Comfy Reflections and Realizations, and this was a talk about over-intellectualizing. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye.